Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? This is TK with StarCraftTournament.com, bringing you a game from one of our recent tournaments. This game is from StarCraft Tournament number 9, the most recent tournament that we had in the round of 16. These two players have split the first two games, so this is a third and deciding game. We have the Teal Terran Beast spawning at 9 o'clock position. Very cool name. And we have the Pink Protoss Sentimental spawning at the 3 o'clock position. Of course, the map is what else? Metalopolis. They have cross spawn, so the rush distance is relatively long. Early aggression will not be as effective as they would be if they close spawn. So we'll see what they do with that. A little frowny face right here with the Zelnaga Tower and the mineral patch. I actually didn't notice that. Very angry right here. So very angry map. Metalopolis, very easy to take your expansion, especially if you're cross spawned, and there's just so many mineral patches that you can take, so we might see the game end up being split right down the middle, with the Terran taking the top half and the Protoss player taking the bottom half. Anyways, we take a look at the production tab and we see an early refinery going up for the Terran player. Very interesting, as the early refinery allows the Terran player to tech up very fast. We might see a 1-1-1 build coming from the Terran player Beast. A 1-1-1 build is, of course, 1 barracks, 1 factory, and 1 starport, and that can be sustained off of 1 gas to the point where you get that second starport. By that time you should have another refinery up to be able to pump out maybe a Banshee or maybe even a Raven, as Ravens are relatively effective against the Protoss army. They shoot down all the stalker shots, so they will prove to be very effective. I'm excited to see what Beast decides to do with that early gas. The barracks is up and a marine is being pumped out just to deal with that pesky scouting probe. As we take a look at Sentimental's base, the Beast SCV has finally arrived here, and you see that nothing is out of the normal. We see a gateway and we see a cybernetics core and a simulator up and running. We see nothing funny going on with any of the proxies, so Beast very happy to see that. The SCV taking a breather right here, gonna be harassed by that probe, and just decides to run away. We see a Ghost Academy, Ghost Academy, where are you? Here it is, Ghost Academy. Very weird, very good job hiding it behind the smoke. Of course, when the probe comes in, he won't be able to see this Ghost Academy unless he actually pokes his head in and takes a look at it and takes a poke at the Ghost Academy. So hiding that Ghost Academy very well by Beast. Of course, on Metalopolis, this smoke screen comes into huge play as it shields vision from that normal base. So even if you have a building right here, you won't be able to see inside this smoke screen unless you have a spotting unit or a spotting building inside of it. So very easy to drop some units in here, or maybe even doing a Nivus Canal or maybe some War Prison play. So very important to have a spotting building on Metalopolis when you're playing this map. We see the orbital did go up, and we see a ghost being produced, as well as stim being researched. Another refinery going up, as ghosts are very gas intensive units. That's the one thing about going early ghosts, is that it takes 150 gas, so you do have to commit to a lot of gas mining, meaning that you won't have as much minerals as the other player. But those ghosts with those EMPs are very effective against Protoss players. Their EMPs, once it goes down, drains all the shields and the energy of the Protoss. I don't know if it's all the energy. I believe it's 100 energy of the Protoss players. So if the Protoss player does decide to go High Templars, which is a very good counter against the MMM balls, their Psionic Storms melt away those MMM balls, then an EMP round right on top of those High Templars makes them basically useless. Without their Psionic Storms, of course, the High Templars cannot attack, and all they can do is morph into a little energy ball and morph into an Archon, which takes a billion years to make anyways. So we see a proxy pylon, or not a proxy pylon, but a scouting pylon right here by Sentimental. getting vision behind the smoke screen. Very, very good job. We saw a scan going down, basically to see what is going on, and you see an early nexus being built for Sentimental. So very, very good job doing macroing up by Sentimental, as he did scout that they were cross position. I would love to see him take this watchtower and this watchtower, as going in expansion leaves you somewhat vulnerable to early aggression, especially if the Terran player did scout that out. I don't believe he did. He did not scout that early expansion out yet. But nonetheless, love to see him take that watchtower just to see when the units are coming in, when he has to warp in more reinforcing units. But the warp gate is up and running for the Protoss player. We see a combat shield going up for our Terran player. So going a very, very heavy Marine army, as combat shields does give Marines 10 extra lives. Their SP will be at 55. Those ghosts, the probe did get killed by the ghosts, so they do know that that our Sentimental does know that ghosts are on the field. So let's see how he reacts to that. Three ghosts with enough, all of them enough energy to throw down some EMPs. Stim was researched and is now up and running. Combat shield did finish, so now these Marines are slightly more beefy, being able to stim and still retain that 45 hit point. So basically be getting a free stim with that combat shield. So very, very aggressive early build here from Beast, going stim pack, combat shield, and ghost. Let's see how this pays off. We see weapons level 1 coming out and concussive shells. We might see him switch over to a marauder heavy army afterwards. We do see a factory going down, as well as a fort and another gateway going up for the Protoss player. We do see a couple drones a couple zealots on the field and 2 stalkers, but they will not be enough to deal with this army, as if they can get a few good EMP rounds on. Let's see what happens right here. Oh, he was gonna engage, but he backs off now. He stims and does run in good EMP right on the zealots, and he melts away 3, 4, 5 zealots, 6 zealots. So many zealots going down because they do not have their shields. Another EMP does go down on the stalkers. Very, very good job, even getting that pylon and getting sucking away the shield of that pylon. And now the doing a little bit of micro, being able to kill a lot of probes, doing a very, very good job right there. Focusing down this gateway, but the stalkers do come in and try to fend them away. The unit's loss tab, let's take a look at that. It's 1600 for the Protoss player to a measly 400. So a very, very good battle, good engagement by the Terran player right there. We'll go back to the production tab. We do see an orbital command going up, so we'll probably see, yes, we do see an expanding command center, as, the Marines were rallied in a very, very poor location, and heads straight into that stalker army. So it stims away and runs all the way back to base, not even going to meet up with this army, as it is very, very scared at what it just encountered. This poor Marine, though, is still rallied there and is